Okay. So kind of tell me a little bit about you and your dad's, like, just journey, just being a part of this Tulsa Raft Race.
I'm a lifelong Tulsan, and so is my dad. And my dad actually did the raft race back in 1976. Show picture there of dad with the funny hat and the cigarette. Um, and so he had always told me about it, and I always heard about it growing up. And I was like, oh man, I wish they'd do that again. I was like, there's no way they could do that anymore with the way, insurance and everybody suing each other for everything anymore. So, but then they did bring it back in 2015, and in 2015 when they brought the when they brought the raft race back in 2015, I was like, oh, my buddy Matt and I were like, oh, we've got to do it. And so we did. We went to work in my backyard, with just making trips to Home Depot, buying random pieces of wood and barrels. And we wound up building this little raft that was barely big enough for the two of us. And we got down there. We were so excited. We put in, at that Sand Springs Park, and immediately just turned right over, just upside down. We had engineered the thing very poorly. But we made it all the way down the river. We were like, oh, that was great. It was a disaster, but it was wonderful. So we were like, oh, we got to do it. So we did it. Our crew grew. Our crew grew, and we did it. We did the raft race every year that it's been back. And so it's a bummer to see that it's going away, but we're grateful that to have those memories and those experiences. It was really fun, and we will definitely miss it. And then I have to tell you also, so one of the years, the floating amphitheater there had been taken away, and we all had fond memories of it. My band played on it years ago, and so we were like, what if our raft this year was the floating amphitheater, a small version of it? So we did that. We built it, and we sailed down the river on the floating amphitheater, and then the rafters ended where the floating amphitheater used to be. So we pulled in and like docked there, and restored the floating amphitheater to its former glory. And there's pictures of that for you as well. But it was great. Everybody'd dress up, and there'd be costumes and just craziness and fun times. And it's just a good chance to get together with friends and do something other than work,
I completely understand that. Man, okay, so what was your reaction, when you found out the news? Did you find out through me, or did you go on Facebook?
I heard, or I saw today, I actually received an email from the good folks at the raft race saying they were calling it quits, and they're having a big send-off party, I believe August 16th. And so yeah, I was bummed out, and because we just enjoyed it so much, and we were looking forward to it again this year. But there's lots of other opportunities on the river to do things now, and so maybe that's part of their reason. I haven't drilled down on it yet, so maybe you can tell me.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They pretty much fulfilled their mission, which was bringing water to the lake. And now after doing that, they're like, you know what? Let's start a new mission, because we completed this one, and there's many things in the works that they just don't exactly know.
There are many things in the works.
But August 16th, that's the main thing that they're looking forward to, which is kind of just seeing that turn out.
Yeah. Did you ever do the raft race?
No.
Oh, and now you can't.
I know.
But you can. They rent rafts and things, so you can go experience it. But people say there's. I should say people are always, expressing concerns about the water quality, and I don't know. I swam in it, and I'm just fine. No, I mean I don't know. I can't really speak to the cleanliness of the water or whatever. But we always would get in it and have a good time, and I survived. I guess. For what though? We're waiting to see. No, the Rafters was fantastic. We have such great memories from it. We would get together every year, my buddies and I, and we'd just, we didn't have a trailer, so we'd have to like strap this thing, lash it together with these different barrels and big pieces of wood in the backs of our cars, and just, make a caravan down there. I do have to tell you about Barrel Bob, this crazy old guy, wonderful guy out in the middle of nowhere. We were needing these big blue barrels, right, for flotation. And I was like, where can we get these barrels? And so there was this guy, Barrel Bob, out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know how I found him, like Craigslist or something. And I'll have to send you a picture of him. He was insane. But he was just a crazy old guy. And he had all these blue barrels, and he would supply everybody for the raft race. And he was really funny. He'd do like a little chicken dance and everything. But Barrel Bob, we hope you're still out there. And this is definitely going to cut into Barrel Bob's business. We hope he finds a new gig. Love you, bud. Love you, Barrel Bob.
Man, so this huge event that's been just engraved in Tulsa just for decades now. Does it sort of like, is it bittersweet to see it come to an end, especially when, so many people, whether they're from Oklahoma or even out of the state, come down to Tulsa for
Do you mean to cry?
for this huge race, and like
I was pretty heartbroken.
They-
Yeah, no, it's very bittersweet. It's not even sweet that it's going. It's just bitter. No, it's not. It's not bitter, but it's sad. It is sad, because we made a lot of great friends and memories, and the folks who organized it did a great job always. And so we will definitely miss it. I think the community will miss it. Tulsa will miss it. I will miss it. We'll all miss it. Please, you have to put some of this in. No, but it is bittersweet. Mostly just a bummer, that it's going away. We had such a great time, so many great memories. But there's lots of other things to do on the river now, as you point out. So, looking forward to what's next.
Was it? I think this is my last question, but with what the draft race is, you have to, you make your own draft. You know what I mean? And then,
I do.
You put so much, like, just
Your heart and
elbow
soul.
grease in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And you either work on it for weeks or days or months.
Yeah, months. Yeah.
I mean, and then put on the water, and you kind of just all like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And you just wait.
Just hold
and
on.
Like, okay, and
Yeah.
sometimes it'll flip over, sometimes it'll probably just break. But I mean,
That's life.
Yeah. Despite all of that, you still had a good time.
Yeah, and that's really life, isn't it? I mean, you put something together and you set it off to sail, and you just hope for the best. And sometimes it sinks, and sometimes it floats. And either way, you just try to enjoy the ride. And we certainly did, and we will very much miss the raft race.
Okay, I think that's all I got for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with me or express?
Well, now that you asked, I could just have a second here, folks. I need your money. I need you to come see. If you don't come see me, I can't see me. No, thank you very much. It was a delight. And I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you, Tate. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it.
Perfect.
I gave you the flash drive that has all the pictures on it.
Yes.
Okay. There's pictures of the floating amphitheater thing that I talked about.